Hello and good morning. Welcome, everybody, to the Coffee Corner. My name is Mary Jane Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and a budding astrologer. Today is that Venus burn off. Today is that alignment, and we're feeling it. It's coming in very strong. There's a huge energy that's coming in today that's really it's putting a lot of heaviness upon us. And so good day to you all. Let's write that up. There we go. Good day to you all. And it's coming in with a bang, and it's 13. We have the moon at 13. We have the sun at 13. We have Venus at 13. A lot of 13s are coming in today. So 13, 13, 13. So there's a lot of transformation and change. A lot of threes, alignment with our guides, and being in that alignment. 333, on the right path, thinking positive, choosing positive thoughts. 13. I just looked up. I got 13 viewers. So we have, with that Venus coming in with that sun. It is coming in with these, with this energy, and the moon is still in opposition. The moon is in Scorpio. Whoop! It's at 14 degrees, or at 13 degrees, going to be going at 14 degrees soon. But the moon is in opposition to Uranus. So I think that moon in opposition to Uranus is trying to bring in change. Trying to bring in, and of course it's bringing in radical change at 8 degrees and 41 seconds, 41 minutes, I should say, and 25 seconds. So this is wanting to bring in some radical new change. And with the moon being in Scorpio, that's heaviness. That's heavy change. That's heavy radical energy that's coming in to create something that we have not experienced before, and we're feeling it. I mean, the first card that came in today was the Nine of Swords. So the card that flew out was the Nine of Swords today, and flying out the deck, and that's a lot of despair, and looking at the despair of what's going on, what's happening, the despair that's going on within maybe your own world. Maybe you're watching the outer world and the despair that's going on within the outer world. But with it came the magician, and the magician wanted to bring in the spark, wanting to bring in some kind of spark, ignite our flame, ignite where we are going. And with the Two of Wands, it's our outlook. What is that outlook? Where is it that you are looking out to? We have, as we're looking at even today, the only, the power of the chart today and coming into this week, the planets that have the most power are Mars and Saturn. Saturn is like a 10 for bringing in a lot of the power for this energy, because it is exalted. It is in Aquarius, and then it's going back into Capricorn. So both signs are his home, and he's at home in those. He's home there. So being at home, that means he's things. This is where he is. This is what he's trying to do. Trying to extract change. Trying to extract what needs to be extracted, trying to get seen what needs to be seen. And that's what he's doing. Like, he's going through everything. He took us to a point as far as he could go into Aquarius, and it was like almost like, no, you guys can't see anymore, you can't go anymore, because there's still a lot there for you to learn. There's still a lot there that you need to process and go through. Hence with Jupiter and Pluto retrograde. And now that we have that Venus moving over to the other side of the sun. She's moving over to the other side of the sun in order for us to have that guiding light in the morning, in order for us to be able to see that guiding light. But with that Taurus energy, with that Uranus opposite, it is saying there's more radical change that's coming in that you haven't even experienced yet. You have not fathomed in your life the radical changes that are going to be happening in and around you. This is where we have to look at our own inner spark and be our spark and ignite our spark. This is where we have to come in and really take those deep looks and what is making us happy, what is going to be going on and going further within our lives. How can we really step into our truth and our power and our passion and step forth in that balance, bringing that balance in for us? And that is where, we have this energy that's coming in for transformation and change. And the transformation and change can come in a way that you go with it or you don't. It's that easy. Go with it, you don't. What is that? What is that change that you need to be making within your own self? And what does that feel like? What does that look like? Same thing as that we've been talking about. And I've already told people that we're going to start seeing things in our outside world that we are not going to be liking, right? I know, I think Candace was saying that her heart feels a lot lighter today, which is beautiful. That's wonderful. We want you to feel that way. We want you to feel with more light, more love. Because as we're coming into it, there is a lot more outside of the world in heaviness. And I was feeling it very much. And, God bless that, that Candace does feel that lightness, because I was feeling a lot of the other stuff, a lot of the other heaviness that was coming in, and my heart going out to many that are out there wanting to make change and wanting to make these peaceful changes within their country, and are coming up with huge oppositions and military resistance in the United States, and for no reason, and having where, and you can see, and I know Trump's chart, because Trump's chart, he's coming into some radical craziness energy when he's coming into a lot of conjunctions, especially with he's a Gemini, so he's coming in with a lot of his conjunctions that are coming in with the North Node coming in there. He's got I think he's got Pluto energy coming in. So he's coming into some real radical, crazy change in his life. And a lot of it is like, you got a choice. Are you going to take that change and embrace the beauty and the love and start making in beauty and love? Probably not, because he doesn't, that's not his thing. He's going to embrace the tyranny and the disruption and control. That's his thing. His thing is, his big one is control and wanting to bring control. And this is where, for us as individuals, as our own individual light, where is that control in our lives, and what is it that we want to be able to ignite and have our light towards? That's where this is coming in. That's where this energy is coming forth towards. This is only, and I've been telling people this, this is why it's so important for us to be doing our work. This is only a tip of everything. This is only a trickle of the animosity and the chaos that is going to be hitting not only south of the border, but across Canada also, and how things are going to illuminate within our own selves. And I've had, that giant kite, I can see the kite there, the giant kite that's there, it's all being released in Scorpio, is where do you want to make changes in your own life? Where is it that you want to make the changes for you? And okay. Yeah. I had a few people comment to me DM'd me on why I did not, and I'm going to address this now, so might become a little bit maybe overly political for you, or maybe too in depth for you. So I'm just giving you the FYI before I step on my podium. where I have been asked why I didn't do a black screen. And I said, I don't feel I need to do a black screen, nor do I want to do a black screen. For me, a black screen is darkness, and I'm not going into the darkness. I'm not going into that space. I am going into the space of light and love and bringing in that spark. If there is a black screen with a candle on it, that candle is that ignition. That is where we have to go. And I understand and I know that many times it is very difficult to be able to step into that energy of the light when there is a lot of darkness around, when there is a lot of tyranny around us. And I keep on hearing the word tyranny coming through. And my guides are showing me that we have to come into the reverence and we have to come into the ceremony, into the understanding and into the depths of going down into the depths of sitting there to understanding in order to make the change. There is going to be a lot of opposition that is going to come forth in the changes that we are wanting to make, not only within our own individual selves, but as we step out into the world around us. There is going to be where we're going to find oppositions where we, and I'm going to say we, and I'm going to say also for those people who are white, and I mean those ones who even look white. You might be Aboriginal, or you might have Aboriginal energy in you or DNA or whatever, but you look white, so you are considered white. Okay, remember that. When you go outside in that world, you are considered white. You are not considered a person of color, even though you might consider yourself a person of color. And this is where you have to come into an understanding and a place of reverence and a place of respect of what is unfolding in our world today. Whether you want to look, and I find a lot of people, a lot of spiritualists are like, oh, let's just sit here in harmony. Well, I'm sorry, a lot of you little white girls out there that are sitting there in this little spiritual world and all wanting to sit in harmony, you're all, I hate to say this, and I'm going to stand up here, a lot of you are these cute little fucking blondes out there who don't know anything when it comes to discrimination and don't understand it. And nor do you want to stand up into it until it messes your hair or you break a nail. For me, standing up into this is standing up in my truth and my light and speaking it each and every day. Speaking it in a way that I'm able to open my heart and open the pathway for others to come in their truth, not in some facade because it is a trend. This is coming into a life of bringing that in a daily way, of bringing in that beautiful heart of lightheartedness into your day and into everything and every place and everywhere you go. And being that truth. It is something that is a lot of work. And it is something that you have to readjust yourself throughout the day and ask yourself, where am I? Let me recenter. Let me regain. Let me come into that place of grace. Let me come into that place of faith. So I don't go into the despair. And this is where I feel, this is my feel that, and I get a, oh, I'm going to get so much backlash. I get a disgust when I see, and people ask me, why don't I support certain things or certain people? I'm just like, you know what? It's very hard for me to support a lot of different spiritual people because I feel they're false. I feel they're fake. They're trying to come across as something as pretty and cutesy and wootsy, and there isn't that truth within them. And I see that in Hay House. I see that with a lot of people, not all of them, not all the people in Hay House, but I see that with a lot of them that come out, and I'm just like looking at them. I'm just like, you're too much of this facade of fakeness, of untruth. And that's where the issue is. And that's part, not all the issue, but a part of the issue in order to bring in the transformation and change. And it is education and understanding on why all of this is happening. It is coming in an education of understanding on where the energies are coming in to show us, where Mars is coming up to a conjunction with Neptune soon, coming in to say, get out of the delusion of what you think and get into the truth of what you know, within the truth of that spirituality. And many times, and I got the energies of the divine coming in, where he's showing me that there was many times when he had to walk through and be discriminated because he was different. He talked differently. He embraced everyone in a different way than what was embraced before. But doing it on a continual basis. It's not where when 5 o'clock comes, you shut the lights off and it quits. It continues on. So that's one of the reasons why I did not put that up on my Facebook. And this is where, because I live it every day, whether you know it or not, I do. I live in that energy. I know what that energy is. But I bless that energy because I chose it. And I chose to be within it. I chose to have my children with my husband. And an understanding of what that meant for them to come into this world. It's not an easy road for them. But I bless it, and I bless them. And I thank God, and I thank the Goddess, and I thank them every single day. And I'm going to come each and every day to be that example of love and light, and show people that, yeah, there can be differences, but you can come in and you can work with these differences. And as you're working with these differences, you can begin to make the changes through conversation. It's conversation that's going to happen that are going to make it. But sometimes the conversation is going to be coming in with frustration. It's going to come in with a lot of anger, because that is what's there. That has to come up. And that's what this is all about. And bringing in the magician is all about bringing in the transformation and change. Allowing for that spark to come in. Allowing for that change to happen. But a lot of people are more concerned about if the hair fucking salons are open or if their nails are getting done. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. I'm glad for you. But before you do that, are you looking at your true self and saying, this is going to just help me to be more enlightened? Sounds crazy. Call me crazy. But am I doing this to help myself to be more enlightened because it makes me feel great? Then do it. If you're doing it because it's a facade of you just trying to mask something up, then you better start taking a better look at yourself and take a better look at what's going on in your own life. Because the facades are coming down and the concrete is dry. Because I've been telling people about the concrete drying. I've been telling you about the window and the window being open. Well, the window's almost locked. And we're going to come into this. So this is where we have to be in this space, be in who we are, be where we are, and allow ourselves to stand up within our own truth and our love and our divineness. And not turn it off because The TV went off. Not turn it off because, oh, it's not trendy anymore. This isn't a trend. This is reality. This is life. This is how we need to make changes. This is where we have to understand that, yeah, it's got to start at a local fucking level. You don't like the people who's the next time somebody's going to be elected for mayor or in your council, you got to step up. You got to speak out. If you don't like somebody who's going to be your premier or your governor or whoever it is, then you got to step up and you got to make those changes and rally out. I said, there's going to be something that's going to happen in the United States, and there's going to be a new government formed. I can see it. I know it's going to be happening by the end of the year to beginning of next. This is all transformation and change that's coming in. That needs to happen. The United States is coming into a transition of their Pluto meeting their Pluto. We don't have that in our lifetime because of how many years Pluto takes to go around the sun. But the United States is coming into it, and that means great change. Great change that's coming forward. And I feel, and especially, there's no coincidences why the planets are doing. The planets are doing what they're going to do. We can watch how the planets are going to form and how they're going to align. And we can go back through history and say, oh, this is what's happened every time they've done this. So we're looking at it and we're seeing every time Uranus has gone into Taurus has caused radical change. The last time was in the 30s. We know that. Causes change with families, with relationships, with money, with medicine. It causes change. It does that every single time. Every time, when Pluto and Saturn get together, cause crazy radical anarchy in some way, some format. But this time it's in Capricorn, which is the patriarchal system, which is our foundation, bringing in change. Jupiter coming in there, it's bringing in that expansion of all, of light and dark, expanding it all, showing it to us all. And this is where we have to make choices. In my own personal life, we've seen some crazy shit happen within my own marriage of 30 plus years to my husband. And it hasn't been the perfect, easy road for us. We've experienced a lot of prejudice within our own selves, within our own marriage, from others, from so-called friends that were around us, to sometimes family members, and even to our children, and our children being called the N-word during sports games to get off the ice. It has no right to be there. Or not being chosen for a team because of their color. So we've experienced it. We know it. But you show up and you fight it and you go against it, and you got to show that you are better and that you have that light and you can continue on and you can volunteer in order to make those changes and to bring them forward. No, my husband is not white. My husband is not white at all. So, and showing up and doing that. It is a road that we are going to be taking. And as I said, it is a split. There is a split coming, or the split's already there. The split is there within the consciousness. Now there's a ripping and a tear that's coming in. And the ripping and the tear is really ripping things apart. So today, what I am doing and what I'm starting today is at 3 p.m. today, I will be doing, I think I said 3 p.m. today. I'm just going to double check my calendar that I'm not overdoing something. But today, this afternoon, I believe at 3 p.m., I'm going to do it at 3. Yes, 3? Yes, 3. 3 p.m. today, we're going to be doing a novena, and I'm going to be coming back here on this space, on the Guru Mama page and on Periscope, and we're going to be doing a novena. A novena is a 9-day prayer. We're going to be doing a novena to the Mother of Peace, which is the Divine Mother Mary. So we are going to be doing the rosary, but we're not going to do the whole rosary. 3 p.m. Calgary time. We're going to be just doing 1 decade of the rosary. It is nothing to do with any religion. This is a prayer that we're doing, okay? And this is coming together, right? This is coming together and bringing in peace and harmony for 9 days. So we're going to be starting on the 3rd, and we're going to go all the way to the 9th. And then on the 10th, on the 10th, we'll start another one, or the 11th, we'll start another novena for coming in. It's about 10 minutes that I'm on here that we do it. We start off, we do the prayers, we do a decade, we call in the Divine Lord Jesus, we call in the Mother Mary. And by the way, neither of them are religious. They are beautiful energies that want to come in and bring love and peace and harmony to us and for us. So I'm going to be doing that today at 3 p.m. I really want to bring in peace, and that's one of the other reasons I didn't do the black screen, because I want to bring in peace. Plus, I know when you bring in darkness, when you darken things, more darkness grows. We've seen it before in this world. When you bring in darkness, more darkness grows. So don't go in and follow the darkness. Put a candle on your social media. Put a beautiful heart that's illuminating. Put the sacred heart out there. Allow for the lights to come in, because the more light that comes in, it shows the shadows of the darkness. It shows where it needs to go, because the light will burn the darkness out, and that's what we want to go for. Because we want to come in for equality for all, for freedom for all, for love for all, for peace for all, for harmony of all. Maybe that's a utopia in a world that seems so far out there that we can't grasp it, but it is there for us. We can do it. We can bring it together. And yes, 3 p.m. Calgary time. So it's 3 p.m. Mountain time, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm going to send you guys out with so much love today. And Candace, just keep your heart going and burning and being that lightness. That's so wonderful. And sending out so much love, because that's what we want. We want you to come into the lightness. We want you to come into the beauty. And we want to come into that harmony. And that's so important. So become the magician and ignite what it is. Create what it is that you truly want. This is the beginning of our journey. This is 1 in the tarot cards. So this is 1. We're starting off on our journey. Blessed be to all of you. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be. And be the light. Shine the light. Don't let anybody take the light away from you. Blessed be everybody. Bye.